Aren't you tired of waking up every single day knowing that you're not living up to your full potential and that you're capable of so much more? You keep letting procrastination, distractions, even comfort hold you back. If you're tired and you're ready to move forward, keep watching this video. I'm about to break down exactly how you can level up and become unrecognizable in 2025. Babe, you weren't put on this earth to play small, so why are you settling for less? Why are you holding yourself back knowing that you're destined for greatness? Before you do anything, your new life is going to cost you your old one. We're going to have to redefine our identity. How do you expect to level up and become this new person if you're still holding on to the old version of yourself? So babe, we're going to have to let go. Let go of all the things that are holding you back. This goes for toxic relationships, toxic friendships, bad habits, procrastination. Let it all go. You can't move forward if you're still carrying the baggage of your old version. And this might mean having tough conversations and setting boundaries with people who may not be in alignment with you anymore. That's okay. You have to ask yourself, who do I want to become in 2025? Visualize it. What do they look like? How do they carry themselves? What are their priorities, their habits? Your identity dictates your actions, and your actions dictate your results. You have to become the person that you envision even before you become them. How do you expect to show up as the best version of yourself if you're not even feeling your best? Your health is the most important aspect that will help you with your overall achievement. But I feel like a lot of times we tend to overcomplicate things. Just build a routine that works with your lifestyle and works for you. This may mean just going to the gym, doing kickbox classes, or just taking walks, going to Pilates classes. Just find something that you enjoy and stick with it. When I first started my gym journey, I tried out everything from solid core to kickboxing to cycling to yoga to walking until I found a thing that works best for me. Consistency will beat motivation. That motivation is going to fade, but that discipline is what will carry you through. There's going to be days where you simply do not feel like it, but you still have to show up for yourself. You'll show up for your job, right? So why aren't you putting that same effort for yourself? Get up, get disciplined, and start creating a routine, because taking care of your physical health isn't about just looking good. It's about feeling unstoppable. And the better you feel, the more confident you'll be throughout your daily life. Let's talk about leveling up our environment. Your environment has a direct impact on your success. A cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. And believe it or not, the people that you hang out with, they have a huge impact on the way that you think and act. So while we're leveling up our environment, let's talk about decluttering your space. We can start with our physical environment. This goes for your room, your workspace, and even your digital environment as well. Clean up your social media and follow all of those blog pages who only post celebrity news gossip all day, and follow those people that holds no value to you anymore. When your space is clear, your mind has room to focus, and that also includes the people that's in your circle. Look at the people that you spend the most time with. Are they helping you grow, or are they keeping you stagnant? Now, I'm not saying you have to cut people entirely off, but you just have to be very mindful with those that you spend the majority of your time with, especially those who aren't aligning with your vision. And I'm gonna be honest, you can't be the best version of yourself if you're constantly hanging around with people who are comfortable with being average. You have to surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. And while we're being mindful of those that we spend our time with, we also have to learn how to master our time. Your time is your most valuable resource, but I'm not gonna lie, we tend to waste a lot of it. Those hours that we spend scrolling on TikTok, Netflix watching, don't get me wrong, I love a good series, I love a good TikTok, but those hours, they add up. So we have to start being more intentional with our time. What I personally like to do is I like to write out a list each week of the goals that I want to have done each week. And then I specify each day, how am I working towards those goals? And if I don't finish something, that just becomes the first priority in the morning of the next day. But we have to be able to start auditing our time and tracking what are we doing throughout our day, because you can't say that you want to be in a certain place, but you're sitting and scrolling all day. Let's talk about waking up earlier. I'm not saying that you have to wake up at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., even though I do. I personally like to wake up that early, but you don't have to. But just starting with an hour earlier to be able to get the things that you want personally done before the world demands your energy, you underestimate how much time you'll be able to have throughout the day if you just start waking up earlier. I never believed that we don't have enough time in the day. It's just really about how we make use of our time. How you spend your time reflects what you value. And while we're on a topic of leveling up, babe, we're gonna have to invest in yourself. You are your biggest asset. You are your best investment. If you're not growing, you're being stagnant. When I started the process of bettering myself, the first thing I started investing to was my mindset, my skills, and my knowledge. Reading more personal self-development books. And one book that helped me with my realization of self-sabotaging habits that I had that was holding me back is The Mountain Is You. I highly recommend that book. But then I also started expanding my mindset. I started attending networking events. I started socializing with people who are on the same path as me. So I started investing into my skill set. So you have to prioritize the things that's going to make you better. And also prioritize your health. So this means investing in a gym membership, investing in quality foods, investing in vitamins, investing in your overall well-being. Every dollar and every minute you spend on yourself will come back tenfold. And you have to set big, clear goals. You can't achieve what you don't define. If you want to level up, you need a plan. And we have to start being more specific. Instead of just saying, I want to save money, how about you say, I want to have $5,000 in my bank account by May. And then we're going to set micro goals leading up to it to make sure that we're tracking our progress and staying on top of it. Because sometimes I feel like we tend to set goals, but we don't keep ourselves accountable with those goals, or we make it hard on ourselves by not setting micro goals that can help us reach them. So me, personally, for example, so my goal this year was I want to be more fit. I want to become more healthy. Well, I had to start getting more specific. How many times a week am I working out? How many times a week am I keeping active? What am I eating daily? You have to start being specific with yourself because that will only make it easier for you to start intentionally moving your days towards your goal. Like I said earlier, we are here to embrace consistency, not perfection. Let me be real with you. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. So focus on those daily habits, even if it's something small like, I want to start working out 3 times a week. I want to start drinking more water. I want to start reading 15 minutes a day. Whatever it is, those small actions will add up over time. And you have to keep showing up for yourself. Even on the days that you do not feel like it, show up. Show up and do something. Small progress is better than no progress. And once you start building upon a habit, it's going to be hard to start breaking those habits. And the last one I want to tell you guys is give yourself some grace. Transformation takes time. You are not going to be able to change overnight. You probably won't be able to change in a month. It's going to take time, but you have to trust the process. The goal is to be better than you were yesterday. But throughout this process, remember to celebrate yourself because sometimes we get too caught up of where we want to be that we forget how far that we came before. 2025 is your year to rise. You want to stop playing small, step out of your comfort zone, and become the person you always dreamed of being. When you take care of your mind, body, and soul, the transformation will speak for itself. Drop in the comments what your first steps will be, and remember, you are your best investment.